Always ready. That's a very good question, DFG 10 shot. To keep people motivated, I'll say starts with the leader. If the leader stays motivated and gives them actually something to do, that's when people below them get motivated. Now, keeping it active, keeping new ideas of coming in. That way, it's not the same old thing. Even though some people like that stuff, I think it's best to always change it up a little bit. So have, but not do too much because you don't want to overwhelm the soldiers, in my opinion. But to keep them motivated, obviously have our trainings, have our deployments, and then of course any on-base stuff that we do. Um, but but yeah, just to also keep GTF training. I think there should be like a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? Ranks within GTF. Like like in order to get like a sniper role or a commander role, I think everyone should go through like shooting tests, comprehension tests, and all that. Because we just don't want like anybody as a commander. Kind of like when I was. They just give to anybody. Tell him to go back to base, and that's his first warning to get dismissed out of GTF. What did you get these questions off ChatGPT or something? I'm just kidding. Wow, tough crowd. Okay. What would I personally change? Well, since there's no leadership, I think there's lack of leadership. Um, what's the question? What would I personally change? Um, I feel like it's too easy to get into GTF. It's just some questions. I feel like it should be. Um, I feel like there should be more things to the acceptance of GTF. As for MP, yes, not everyone can join, but you can go through questions and everything. But they don't really do much when it comes to the actual gang task force, like going out with PD. But with GTF, I think um, there should be like more requirements to join in instead of just passing a test. Um, there's no trainings that I've seen lately. Minus yesterday's deployment, I haven't seen anything. So yeah, so I feel like the leader should be coordinating with chief of PD more to get more stuff done. And yeah, that's a very good question, DFG. I'm gonna ponder on it. Can I pass? Can I pass
He
the
means, can he
question?
pass the question?
Okay. Well, I was asking. I got an answer. I was just asking if I could pass questions. Um, I didn't know if it was like a who wants to be a millionaire type, working like, you know, landline someone, or you know, no. Um, what was the question? Hmm. I don't know. See, I make such wonderful decisions, that I don't know when they're unpopular because everyone loves my decisions because they're so wonderful. So I think my answer to your question is I don't make unpopular decisions. I make decisions that everyone likes because they work, and that's unpopular to some people. Dang, I gotta write that stuff down. First, I'd kick everybody out of GTF and make them all reapply. I'd kick everybody out of GTF and make them all reapply. I think GTF has a lot of dead weight. Well, think about it. Think about it. What's the point of GTF if someone's just going to be there just to be part of the department? There's no point. And it has to have meaning and not just a soldier with a tag. You know what I mean? So at that point, it's like, what are you really doing in GTF if you're not actually participating, not actually qualified to be in GTF? What are you doing there? Kind of like when I was running SSA, it's like, yes, we wanted the numbers, but not always. I had to pull back from having people inside of the department because there was too many, and not everyone. And that's the whole RP of the Secret Service. If everyone's part of Secret Service, then no one's part of Secret Service. Same with GTF. If everyone's in GTF, then no one's in GTF. If the whole army was in GTF, then it'd just be the army. You know. Um, but I was just kidding. I don't think I'd kick everybody out actually, but I think there's a lot of dead weight, and I think that it needs to be examined. I think that should be examined. Who should stay and who should leave? Um, and I think I yeah, I just don't. If it was my department, I wouldn't want so many people having that tag and knowing they didn't really qualify for it by my standards. Instead of just passing 6 questions to get in. No offense to anybody here who just did that, including me.
No, sir.
Boom, I threw a curveball there, then I scared everybody. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said no questions from me either.
Warren, Warren. So if you're
Yeah.
going to improve the way that GTF works with EMS and PD, like how are you going to do that? Like, do you have any ideas in mind about like how you can change things from like you probably watched like two, three, what, four different GTF leaders so far? Like, what would you do differently from them? Because people would make promises, but like the follow through wasn't there. So how would you lead differently?
Well, first off, I would do a poll with GTF members when they can be most active, right? And then I'd base it around that. Then I'd talk with PD and EMS and get when they can be most active also. Then we'd base it around those schedules to do at least one training a week, at least, and one deployment. I think that'd be if we could do at least if we did two, But like I said, I want to do a poll on who could be most active, or like when people can be most active, and that's why I do it as a say, right? I posted it on there, and we found out when people were going to be most active after which raid or at what time, and that's kind of how it worked out, and we had a lot of people show up. So, sorry, I don't know what that was. What was your question?
Continue saying what you were saying. We're just talking about like how you're gonna improve, how the army interacts with PD and EMS, like how they can work better together.
Well, I think it's having do more stuff together, do more trainings together, do more deployments together. That way, we're around each other more often. And whether we're doing, simulation trainings on base and city, um, yeah, we need to we just need to be around them more often, I think, and that way we get so we just get familiar with them. We understand um, them and what they want to do, and obviously we just have to do our best to be active when they need us, and yeah, and I think that's nothing that's been slack lacking on Discord. So, like for yesterday's deployment, someone could have just posted that we had a deployment instead of just in game, and I'm not pointing at anyone in particular. So, oh, on Discord. My point. See, I remember when I was first in GTF when you saw that notification that GTF come online, yo, everybody was excited to come online for. But so you weren't doing your job? Just kidding.
I have
Just
another
kidding.
question. I
Yeah,
got
go ahead.
another question. So, if scheduling becomes an issue, because you said that like you know you're gonna go take a poll of the time that our soldiers are available and in the other factions as well, but we also have things happening throughout the day and the evening over here. So if scheduling becomes an issue, uh, how would you approach that?
Well, I would strongly recommend using my code for the scheduling Discord posts, Kiki, 10 shots. Highly recommend using that. And I emphasize again, highly recommended. That way we don't have conflicting events. And if we do, we're notified by it in the beginning of the week. Highly recommend. But as for that, I mean, how it always was is that GTF takes the priority. But I don't know. I feel like we need to have that schedule posted once a week. Highly recommend using my code, DFGs. Highly recommended.
Okay,
I'm,
so
I think you guys should use my code. Like, regardless what happens here, I think you guys can use my script to actually like post the schedules and have that Google Forms out where people can write in there. Just give to the department leaders. Be like, hey, just put your events here, and submit it, and then run the script, and you have your Discord post every Monday or whatever.
it is definitely something we can forward to the FG and see what she thinks, or you could forward it to her and see what she thinks herself. But if there's no further questions from anybody, we appreciate you, Warren, for taking the time out to attend the interview, and you're now free to go.
I don't want to put any guilt or blame on anyone. But I woke up early for this. Like, you guys haven't seen me in IRL. I need all the beauty sleep I can take. And because of this interview, I had to cut it short. So my beauty's gone now. All right. So just take that in consideration. No, I don't need to nap now. Bro, no, my nose needs to shrink. My nose is already too big. I can sniff into the future. All right. Any further questions? Oh, really? Well, turn your hearing aids up. What?
Okay, thank you, Warren. You're free to leave now.
Okie dokie, artichokes. Actually, you guys don't look like artichokes. You, but with all these black suits, we kind of look like